Hi, I'm Rasnades. I'm from Brumdus like Triller Jermaine. You might know my face on the music game, but right now jumped in a podcast game. Keeping it real, that's the aim. With no rumors, no hearsay, just real life guests. Vibes in the way, and all of the hot topics in the U. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reason.
Greetings, people. Right now, you're watching the Reasoning Podcast. I am your host, Rasnado. Today, we've got another very special guest. Very, 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 very special guest. Good friend of mine's. He's got loads of accolades underneath his belt, you know. He's done a lot of stuff. He's, you know, pioneered the scene for a very long time. Cameraman work, podcasting, interviews, music labels, artist management, the whole works really. You know what I'm saying? Studio engineer. Producer. I'm sure he probably even used to rap and spit at one stage.
Not that anybody would have heard though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, my guest today is none other than Despa Robinson.
Hi brother, what's going on?
He's saying to me, bro.
Good to see you, man. Good to be here, bro.
Yeah, bro. I've been waiting to get you in here
Good
because...
to be here, man. As soon as you gave me the hail up, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
This is one of them ones. Sold this, yeah. Get into it straight away. I always say this, it's my little opening line. Cliche show. From the beginning, start with this normal stuff, heritage.
Yeah.
So, your heritage, this. Because I don't even know this, you know.
What
like
am I?
Yeah, what's your
Jamaican?
Oh, the straight through,
straight
both
Jamaican.
parents just black Jamaican?
Straight Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granddad's from Hopewell. And my dad, I don't know, but you know how
Yeah, same like me.
how it goes with dad sometimes.
Bro,
you know
I don't
what I'm saying?
None of my dad's side of their family is mad.
My nan and granddad from Hopewell, man. My
Yeah?
bay.
Oh, my bay.
Yeah,
man. All right. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
What would you think of? Maybe African, maybe?
Not even that. Like, I thought, or maybe like other parts of the Caribbean too. But I knew you had a bit of Jamaican, but normally sometimes I have a Jamaican and then have like St. Lucian as well or something. You get me?
Both sides.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. All right then. And where are you from? Like, where was you born and stuff?
I'm originally from Warsaw, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Darlaston to be exact. Which is weird though, because it's still actually...
you know what?
It's still 0121.
I've got that in my notes, you know.
Randomly.
I've got that in my notes, you know. That's
it's like far, but it's still 0121.
Yeah. What's it called?
Still able to rep on that.
What's it called again?
Darlaston.
Darlaston, yeah. Where the markets are? Darlaston markets?
Nah, that's...
Like near Browns Hill?
That's Bescott. Okay. That's Warsaw, but I'm not far from there though.
Okay.
Junction 9, between 9 and 10.
Okay.
Little random piece of land.
And is that where you grew up?
Yeah.
Went school and everything up there and that?
And then went school in Wolves, kinda. And then, And
I didn't know this, you know.
Warsaw College. And then I came over here.
What did you study in college?
I studied performing arts and music, GMVQ and IT. And then before that, because I dropped out of school, before those two things, I did something called Achieving Together, which was like getting you back into...
Is that a key centre, like?
Kinda.
Because I went to one of them.
Yeah, I was in there with Bear, like, it was just different.
I got kicked out of school as well, so I kind of went to one of them things.
I ended up doing my GCSEs at college.
Yeah, I done the same thing. I done the same thing. Same thing happened to me.
To get into
yeah. Same thing, broski.
So yeah, I dropped out of school, man, like 15.
Yeah. That was bad behaviour.
Nah, you know, I just was just like, I'm checking out. Like, you just
wait, see this other big man thing. Like, I can see the future. This ain't me.
You know what's mad? This is like, how can I explain this, man? Like,
that's how Article said he was, you know. Like,
I always wanted to just do music. Well, after 14, I was like, I want to do music. They had a specialist music thing that they was doing in Bilston with some of the youths. I asked them, and I was a good student as well. Asked them if I can do it. They were like, no. I was like, well, all right then. I just didn't go back to school.
Fair play.
I had issues there anyway. I had family issues.
Yeah, come on, man. We know how it goes, man.
I was like, yo, let me get out of there.
Yeah.
But then I was just on the road, and like thankfully it was another school that was like playing truant.
Because you was on road for a bit, weren't you, Despa? You've had a little spell, ain't you?
Little spell.
This is a little spell on road, and Despa
still,
mashed up the road with his under, you know. When his under, there's no game in that.
But you see the thing, a lot of people don't, it's not even a glorification thing.
Nah, of course
like,
it's
people
not. We know that,
they don't know.
Because you're known for positivity anyway. But
yeah, and it's always really been that. But obviously, money have to make at some point, innit? So,
you had to look a spell out there.
I did have a plan though.
Yeah.
Had a plan. Like I used to save.
I can see like that, and you know what as well, bro.
Save everything.
I can tell that. Yeah, from me, like I've said in the past, like I've always asked you, like, where do you accumulate your knowledge from? I've asked you these questions, and you've shown me like, yo, rich dad, poor dad, or these. So
just read, man.
I think I can gather that you was educationally, you was up there.
Yeah, but I was a dropout. But bro,
still,
I was like,
I mean, you're a top set guy, man.
In primary school, I was doing. It was like year 8, 9 English.
I can imagine, man. I can picture that.
I've always loved reading.
I'm telling you, I can picture that.
But yeah, nah. I'm from Darlow, mate.
Yeah.
With the hooligans and that.
So how did you first get into music then? Because obviously I'm guessing that was your first passion, innit?
Yeah, it's the first thing that I can remember that I ever was like this is it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I was mad into Bone Thugs and Harmony, like Wu-Tang and them people there. Ruthless Records, all these kind of things there, bro. So it's like, I remember. Don't start doing it with your brother. What you gonna do? Listen, I'm not. You said. Yeah, I was in the school. I was in the school library downloading the lyrics, downloading the lyrics, reading what they were saying, because them man was speaking fast, and that's how I just got into being a fan. Dead man.
I see.
So I was a mad fan, and I was like, but then I started learning about, obviously, Easy and the people behind the shit. Mm-hmm. But then I always wanted to produce, but at the same time, I always wanted to run a business doing it as well, because at them times, it was like, man had labels and artists, and like I said, Easy, you see them, man, and fucking, Wyclef was coming around at that point, and hey, he was behind the Fugees producing and doing all them kind of things. So that's kind of how like I said, 14, 15 onwards, I was like, that's what I want to do that. And because I couldn't do that at school, I was like, well, I think the rest of this is bullshit. So I just left.
And you was into rap. You say you was into rap.
Yeah, heavily into rap.
I saw a picture of you before you had the, I forgot what the chord, but them things that it goes round here and it's to come round here and you strap it on the back, and you was kind of like, in a lugs, sort of a lugs thing, or remember the lugs or one of them? You was in one of them, or Pele or one of them.
Is that a picture of me and my brother?
Yeah, I think so. You're looking like a straight.
Yeah. And
like you're in Brooklyn, my guy.
So then basically, before that though, before rap really hit, I was listening to kind of like jungle and dance music and them kind of things.
Okay, yeah, that was big over here though.
Yeah, so and then rap. But I think from there, obviously dropping out of school, I had a mad spell, so I wasn't really doing music because there wasn't a way of doing music.
There was no outlets
there
is now.
There's no I couldn't just download Reason at that point, bro, or do whatever. You had to go big studios and do whatever there. So there was a period of time when I was just in the street doing dickhead shit, bro.
Yeah.
But I knew I always wanted to do that, and then there's a dude at Darlington Comprehensive, the headmaster. So I used to go to another school, but all my friends used to go there. So lunchtime or whatever, when I'm wagging school, I'm just going to their school to go check my brethrens. Doing that for months, bro. So one day, the headmaster came outside and he was like, "Who are you, bro? You're not one of my kids." And I was like, "Oh." Explain the situation. He's like, "Yo, come into my office." So it's a geezer called Bob Spallick. I will say his name because he basically one of the people that saved my life, literally. Yeah. Took me into his office and was like, "Yo, what is it you want to do?" I'm like, I want to do music. He's like, "Yo, okay, I got a person over at Walsall College. They're running this thing." Made a phone call, bam, bam, drove me over there, and put me into this program, Achieving Together, and that's how I got back into education. Because I don't know whether I would have ever got back into education if it wasn't for that maneuver. But even then, they're like, "Yo, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Yo, I want to do music." So they put me over whilst I was doing my GCSEs, catching up with that. They had Walsall had a thing called Shelley Campus, which is where their music thing was. I used to do a day over there, working with the music people, and then I eventually got to go on the actual course. And that's how it started. Being able to go into a studio and. They had I remember they had the first iMacs was in there, the multicolored ones. They had one of those, like a G4 Mac if I remember, Akai 9, it's like an S950 sampler.
Yeah.
And like a Mackie desk. It's just it's just Cubase 3.1. This is how, if anybody knows what that, you know how long ago that was.
You know,
and yeah, that's how it started. Just tinkering around in there, like floppy disks and mad shit, bro.
7 days.
And it's trying to make beats and making bullshit, but just trying. And eventually from there, about 2001-ish, I'd, you know, do my thing on road, bought some music equipment. In fact, actually, let me not take that out. My mum bought my first keyboard, so with her money. So I have to say that. And then I added to that what I was doing, paid for my computer, did all sorts of shit. And started making beats, and that's how I met Flex from Higher Stakes.
Okay.
So that's a short version-ish, but...
So...
Yeah.
Flex from Higher Stakes, so... Because I was going to go straight to the Despa and Booski show, so
there's a whole... That's 2005, bro.
5, that is, yeah. That's when I first met you.
I got 2001 to 2005, which is...
old
Word and Roll studio at Casher in Warsaw, making garage music with Bubble Dread over there.
All right, so get into that, bro.
So, yeah, like...
So obviously you've to get us backed up to speed. So you was messing around or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy's come, saved your life, put you on his program.
Yeah.
You started to mess around now and then had to use Cubase and you're getting familiar with the studio and everything now.
Yeah.
So obviously now, where do you get to the point where you say, all right then, cool, I'm ready now and I'm serious and I want to link up with other people now and make things happen?
Basically, what happened was, is there's a couple other studios in between. There's a place called MPM Records, but my man's a funny guy, so I'm not even going to mention what happened there.
Yeah, burn him. Why for that?
But MPM Records, anybody from Warsaw knows about MPM Records, you know what I'm talking about, so I'll move forward from there. But so there was there, and then there was then there was a Akasha, which ended up being Word on Road.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know the channel Word on Road was actually a studio before it was the channel.
Okay.
Now, I was part of that clique as well before.
You big up Word on Road, you know?
Yeah,
I want to interview them, you know. Word on Road, sorry, if you're watching this.
I can link you up, man. But his story needs to get told as well.
It does, go on.
He's pops and they got a mad story to tell,
bro. We're going to do this, go on.
But, so I was with them early from like 01-ish times because it's Go College, but they worked with the road and somehow we ended up linking up and then I used to go there, go studio. And there's enough of us youths in there, like... Enough of us in there. I'm trying to think of some names, but I'll think about that.
There's Malik and all that in there as well.
Malik knew my man as well.
Yeah.
A few people. And then I remember calling up to radio, because obviously Pirate was booming them times. So
what station?
Actually, you know what? No, that's how I met Vader.
My prayer day.
I phoned into Passion to speak to Vader. To be like, yo, like I got beats in that. But before that, I'm sure, I'm talking about early times in Wolves, Apostle, ended up linking up with Apostle. He had Smirnoff crew. Yes, because I had the you know what? I'm forgetting my own history, you know.
Pick up the boy Dominic.
So I had a studio.
Guy.
I opened a studio.
Yeah.
I had a studio in my yard. That's how I met Flex. Must have shouted him somehow. I think it's from radio. I phoned into Underground. Because that's what I used to do. I used to be like, yo, there's MC, and I'd be like, yo, I make beats in that. Can I like show you some beats? We ended up linking up there. Then I ended up meeting Apostle. I can't remember how I met him, but I met him. And we linked up, and then I made some beats for Smirnoff Crew, which was his thing at the time. Tipsy, Devious, a few other people.
I think I remember them still.
Yeah, and then there was like Unknown Family from Wolves, and there was like Bombers people, them... he had Zero Tolerance, and he was Bomber Zero Tolerance before.
I think he was, you know.
So
when he was Lickle.
Yeah.
Was Pressure in there too?
Pressure was in there as well. Yeah. So basically, what I used to do, I had a studio, and I used to make man come to the studio, and that's how I became known for my beats at the time. So like, I had tunes with Devilman, Flex, Vader, very different people. In that period of time, so like 01 to like 04, 05, like I was one of like the biggest producers in the ends at that point there.
He was?
And then...
I remember Devil saying your name.
Was his name Despa? Was your name Despa at the time?
It was I started as a let me find what my first name was. First producer name was Decode Beats.
Yes.
That's my first.
Yes.
My first producer name was Decode Beats.
Remember that? Yeah.
And then my granddad died in 2001, and I remember my nan was on the phone to my auntie up in Jamaica saying, my granddad died, but she's gone. Despa's gone. I've known my granddad all my life. I never knew he was called. I said, yo, who's that? She's like, your granddad's what? His nickname. She's gone, yeah. So I was like, at the time, I thought Decode Beats was just some bullshit name. You know, it's like, because
it's one of them names, man. You just make up.
They make it up, but I used to be like, there was a reason for it, because I realised at one point, like, enough of the rappers had 3 or 4 syllable names. So when I was telling you off camera, like, my brain works a bit different. I'm like, Busta Rhymes. So I'm like, Decode Beats. Yeah. I'm like, I wanna have something's got do or do like Eminem. You know? So that's so I was like, I need. So I'm like, I want to be Decode, but then I was like, I'm gonna add the beats, so it's like Decode Beats.
Yeah.
Then
that's the English thing kicking in. The
syllables and that. Yeah,
syllables.
So then when my granddad passed, I asked my nan if I could use his name, Despa. So Despa's my granddad's nickname.
Okay.
So I just took that.
So at least it come from a good place.
Yeah, took that, carried that on. And then I became Despa Codes. Don't know why I did it that way, but I took the code from the Decode and became Despa Codes, and then that was my production name for a while. And then man, it's fucking. I was working with a lot of young artists coming up. Like I said, I met Bomber through that. And then I met him later on in life. I was like, hey, wasn't you like in the? He was like, yeah, because he knew Fury from Smiths.
But that was the same like with me though. When we first met up, like with the whole like Stay Fresh thing and the whole at Apostles, like you had Stay Fresh and me and Triller and that, and we've all linked up and that. It's only after when Triller's gone, don't you know who that is? And I'm saying, nah, he's gone, bro. That's Despa, bro. Despa and Bruce, like, best of both worlds. And then I remember specifically when you came and filmed, man. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Because about a week after that, I'm going to say it once again, people, I went to the can. You get what I'm trying to say to you? So, now we're going to say to the comments, always say I went to the can, you get me? That's what happened, you get me? So I remember that always stuck in my head because, and I was always in there phoning Triller on the prison phone, like, yo, has that thing come out yet? Has it come out yet?
And it didn't come out.
It never came out, bro. And that was when the DVD area was big as well.
Big, because I used to film. I think I must have bought a Samsung flip out camera from a crackhead, and it was something dumb like £60 or £120, one of them, and without getting too deep about it, I had a lot of people pass early, and it made me fucking think about life and how short life is. And I wanted to document the things that I was doing. So I used to just have this camera with me
and just roll with it
roll with it all the time, just be filming. And then that's how I ended up starting to get an interest in
So before we get to there, we need to go back a bit because we get to the Despa and Booski thing. So for those who don't know, Booski was your partner in crime, innit, for a bit, innit?
Yeah. And we even met a random way as well.
So was that after like the higher stakes stuff and that?
Yeah, so what happened was I ended up getting did I leave or did I get kicked out?
Higher stakes?
Yeah.
So he's actually in higher stakes?
I was in higher stakes. I was in higher stakes for like 4 or 5 years. Okay. We did pirate sessions on
when the
girl singing the fucking hook on the tune that we played.
So when the Devilman beef kicked off, was he still in there then?
Yeah. And that's what caused issues with me and them. Because basically, I'd worked with...
I get some juice right now,
I get juicy, you know? So
go on, explain this.
Here's the thing. So I can't remember what actually became the issue between High Stakes and Devil. But what I do remember is I got a tune called Veterans, which is Flex and Devilman. At the time, that tune was booming, bro. Like,
yo, that tune was cold,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That tune was cold, and that's why everyone was confused when they started dissing him, because that tune, bro. We heard them on the tune together. You get me? But carry on, though.
I don't remember what the issue was.
Wasn't it because obviously I'm not flinging that day? Wasn't it because obviously was it the snitching thing when? The whole mad ski thing.
It could have been, you know. It could have been.
It was, because remember, they started making the guy's old vocals, because they used to spit with him.
That was me.
The guy's old, don't lie, and they said, excuse me, officer, what's like, okay then.
That was me.
He's like, yeah. I see. They're making him look like he's ratting the police station.
But that was me as an engineer in my crew.
I see.
Yeah?
So they've done see. They've got the bill. They've got the bill. You know, like,
that was me.
They've got one of the interview scenes.
I remember that.
I see. See, they've got one of the interview scenes, and they're making like, you know, the feds are saying, so was it my man? And they got the man's voice saying, yeah. So, okay then.
But you know what that is? You know what that is? Do you know where we get the audio from?
Go on.
It's from veterans, bro.
Okay.
It's from his fucking stems from veterans, bro. Man, went in there.
So this is what I'm saying. So I worked that out. That obviously, for you to have them things there, you had to work to jam.
Because he did it. Veterans was done in my studio, my bedroom studio, and the booth was in the cupboard.
Okay.
So fucking...
No disrespect to Devil, you know, Carl.
None at all.
None at all. So you get me. Devil's a
that's water under the bridge, but that was me.
Yeah, at the time though, yeah. It was funny,
we
bro.
sat there, I think me, Flex, and MG sat there, chopping up that for ages, doing up that. But anyway, so what happened is that about 2004-ish times, we were supposed to do... Flexa got in with things like Smooth FM and in Warsaw, and we were supposed to have a few radio shows, like High Stakes was supposed to have a few shows. And if I remember correctly, I was supposed to do a show with him, and then different man in the crew having different shows. We had different DJs. We were really looking to like take over the radio station, kind of. Yeah. But that was Flex's idea. That wasn't me. That was like Flex.
He was a talented guy, though.
Yeah. Very, one of the best lyricists from the country, bro. We were supposed to do that. I was supposed to do a show with him. Now, I don't DJ. Never DJ'd at that point in time. But I was looking to just like play songs and maybe do some talking and So, all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that show no more. But I want to do the show. So I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? Then I used to be on a forum called ends.co.uk. So I just posted a post on there. Like, yo, I got a radio show coming up. I need a DJ, And then Booski replied, bro, man, I've never met Booski before, bro. Like, Booski replied, said, yeah, I'll do it with you. The first Despa and Booski show was the first time we ever met each other.
Oh, shit.
That was it. The first show.
That's wild.
We linked up, me, Lurch, Cosso and Booski, and me on my own. Like, and so these men come from Brum, I come from where I'm coming from. And then Booski DJ'd, and I just talked over the tunes, and that's how we started the thing, and that's how we first met each other, first radio show, and we're still friends now. But then that show turned into some legendary shit. But then the Devilman thing, the reason why I started having the fallout with the crew is because the tune that came out called, what's it called, man? I think it's called Trouble. You're gonna end up in trouble. We also use like another D-double.
It's not D-double. You might as well question me. Get him
So where was that tune premiered? On the Despa Booski show. So I'm playing, but I'm coming. Here's the thing, though. I'm coming repping my section. So I'm coming with the high stakes tunes, bro. Like I'm coming when we got a disc for my man. I'm the one playing it. But Booski's coming with these Devil's people. So he's coming with.
But you know what else as well though? Because you're DJs now, you're entering a whole new professionalism now. You're professional now. You can't be biased as a DJ, fam. You got to play what the people want to hear.
So I play a tune that's dissing my own crew, but it's Booski's bought the tune. I've already bought our ones dissing my man. The song is what the song is. Like the song, bro.
He went mad.
I'm there like.
He went mad on
I'm there, bro, thinking.
He went mad on that.
Bro, they killed us, bro. I'm gonna say us. I was in the crew. Killed us, bro. Spun us, bro. So, man started getting salty about that. Then it started to be a bit like. There's other things that went on. I want to say that there's other things that went on as they do, but and then eventually, I think I was asked to leave. The crew. Well, no, actually, I found out they were going to kick me out.
And
then I left. That's what happened.
I saw it go.
That's what happened. The first person I told about that was Apostle. I remember. That was that, and that takes us up to 2005.
Yeah.
And then there was the radio show, and then Stay Fresh was born from the radio show.
So what year was Stay Fresh born?
2006. Stay Fresh was established 2006 as a brand.
Oh,
label.
so there was no MCs yet, wasn't there?
The original Stay Fresh was a crew from Smethwick and Takeover from Wolves, which is Macca, Prison, Menace, and RB. And the Smiths crew was...
Pressure.
No. Nah, it was this crew called Mucky Individuals, which is Fury, V-Man.
Okay. Bro, you're bringing back some names to me, I'm thinking.
Fury. Yeah, Furious Guy, V-Man. A couple of... I can't remember the names, man, and I apologise, man. And like, if you see this, I apologise, but I remember Fury and V-Man. There's a couple other dudes in there. And they just used to come with their people, used to record shit, and yeah, man.
So you have a studio straight
in my yard, yeah. It's in my yard.
Yeah.
There's pictures of it on my Instagram. But yeah, so that was the original Stay Fresh as a label. It was like 2 crews, and we were just putting out music. And then I went away for a while, and Macca was still around, and I think Macca, before that, I brought in Dread though. So Apostle made me...
So how do you meet Dread? Tell us how you meet Jamie. How you met Jamie?
It's funny though, because it's funny because Jamie's loud, innit? Yeah, in a good way. He's loud. If you know Jamie's there.
He's like me.
Jamie is not a quiet geezer. So there's a piece of footage online. This is it's MG versus Zio. Big clash from Wolves at that time. Like it was a big thing. It's like when the younger crew ended up spinning some of the olders, and it was a big thing. And I filmed it. And made a DVD out of it and whatever, made some P's. And I think maybe that wasn't the best thing for the crew at the time also. But but I'll be real, like, I think that's how it went as well. But then if you listen in the background, there's a geezer selling Roll Deep CDs in the background, loud. Yo, got a new Roll Deep. Da-da-da-da.
That's what he used to do. He said it on here.
Yeah. And
he said he used to get all the different CDs from UK artists. He used to go around and sell them all.
Shut them.
Yeah, he told us, bro.
I have to tell Jamie to be quiet, like, yo, keep it down, man. We're doing this thing. That's the first time I met him, but I didn't know that's the first time I met him until I listened to it back one time. I was like, wait, that was Jamie?
Oh.
I didn't know. Flash forward anyway. I start Stay Fresh. And then Apostle was like, I think you need to meet like my man. I think he's trying to do some similar things. So Jamie was DJing on radio at the time and had loads of connections and
Did.
And Apostle
he was going to London a lot.
Yeah,
he was in the Tivertons and
he
was there. He was around the Wretches, the
contact book was deep from
he was there, man. He was there.
So yeah, Apostle linked us up together, met each other. It was just like, yeah, let's do it. So that was a while after I'd started it, but then he came in and we was doing whatever. But then I ended up moving to Leicester and kind of before that I got my job and then I moved to Leicester afterwards. But I ended up disappearing for a little bit anyway, just to focus on working. Whilst I was gone, Macca and Dread linked up and started putting together, man brought in SXJ1 and Casper.
SXJ1 and Casper.
Into Stay Fresh.
Yeah.
Then when I came back, because Mac was like, yo, we need you back, man. We're doing this thing, we're doing this for us. I said, all right, cool. I ended up keeping up a good relationship with Pressure. I can't remember how. I think it was from MDK times.
From MDK.
MDK
times.
That's what it's from. Me and Pressure used to reason heavy. So I brought in Pressure, Deadly, and then ended up bringing up in Saf because I met Saf through Deadly. And Deadly got sent to jail.
Yeah.
And I knew what he wanted to do with Saf.
But guess what though?
So shout out Saf.
Okay, yeah. But there's a pinnacle moment.
Go on.
What makes everything change.
Yeah.
And you're the reason for it.
Woo Rhythm.
The whole game, but not just the Woo Rhythm, fam.
The camera thing.
The camera thing.
All right. Let me tell you the.
But let me just set the scenario quickly though.
Go on then. Go on.
I'm on Facebook. I can see Deadly's picture. He's gone to prison, but the picture I can see, it's a video. This looks mad. It's like it's blue.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But it's, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is this? This is a music video.
Yeah.
I clicked it, bro. And from my head, boom, 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 boom. But it's not just that. It's the visual.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You look like Crystal at the time, innit?
Bro, I phoned YG. I said, listen, we're going to start spitting again. You know what I'm saying? And then, don't remember, I've done a version. Me and YG were submitting them to you. I said, listen, we're spitting again.
Yeah.
I need a video on a music video. Hey, trust me. So yeah, how did you, bro?
Well, basically, so let me just say like one little bit about bringing in Fresco. I want people to know how Stay Fresh came together.
Yeah.
And I met Saf at Midlands versus North, if I remember correctly. It was a baseline thing. The video of me first meeting Saf is actually on YouTube.
Yeah.
Him
and North First Mids?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Is that in Leicester?
No, this one was at Q Club.
Okay.
And he was with Deadly.
Okay.
And then I remember
Is this before Deadly went away?
Yeah, and Gorilla was there in the background, and all sorts of man was there. And fucking Deadly got sent away, but I'll never forget Saf, because Saf was like, you could see he was a star, bro. Like, he had bare personality, and they were together with each other. So when he went away, I remember trying to message like Saf on MySpace to say like, yo, like, I'm trying to do this thing, blah, blah, blah. It was either MySpace or Facebook, one of them. I could see what Deadly was trying to do. Let me just like fucking like come, like do whatever. And he ended up joining. And Deadly was gone for a while, ended up coming back out, and yeah, that's how things started to go from there. But then the fucking camera thing, that was 2009. Nah, I bought my camera in 2008.
Okay. But was the video 2009 though?
I was living in Leicester, so the video, it could have been.
It was.
Could have been. Because I got to Leicester like July 2008. So yeah.
Because you changed.
I did change
the reason you changed the camera game, you get me, bro. This is why I bring it up, because
I was like the first.
He was the first person, bro.
With the Canons, yeah.
I don't even think like GRM and that was out in these times and all that.
You know the reason why I know facts on
being
facts?
serious, bro.
Posty called me.
Come on, bro.
What camera do you use?
Yes, bro.
I said I used.
Come on, bro.
There's a video at my YouTube. I might have taken it down because so many people was asking me. I just made a video saying like, yo, everybody asked me what camera I use. This is my camera. Whether I should have done that, I don't know. But
even Speedy.
Yes,
showed Speedy.
Speedy bought the.
And I remember when he was doing his thing, they started asking him to.
They bought the 60. Speedy bought the 60.
Yeah.
I had a 5D Mark II.
Yeah, bad boy.
And that was it, bro. I bought that because I used to.
Canon.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. So I was always up on technology.
I remember.
And there's a video called Reverie, which now it looks like dog shit, but at the time, bro, that shit was looking like. And I used to film anyway. I had cameras. That was like my 4th camera. I'm sure that's the Despa Cam 4. Like because I had a big Canon before. I had the smaller Canon. I had the Canon XL1. I had the Canon XH-A1. And I had a Panasonic DVX100. So
what got you into cameras?
I was documenting, bro. And I had money. I was documenting. Bro, I've always wanted to just
But he said that he lost people and he said he wanted to keep things.
Yeah, and then it just... But then,
it's a good reason.
But then from that thing, I ended up being the camera guy.
Yeah. You would though, because how many cameramen do you have out of a bunch of people? You don't really get
so
your
I'm there filming the cruise, boom. And then when I do something, I always want to try and do it to the best of my ability. When I get into something, I end up going nuts with fucking learning about it.
You definitely do.
Just learning. I just take in everything, as much information as possible.
You do.
So then I ended up going from that little camera to buying. Yeah, I bought the XL1, which was a fucking. If you ever anybody Google Canon XL, it's a big camera.
I remember you brought it.
That was like big camera, and that was had me looking like the BBC.
But guess what now?
Go on.
What a lot of people don't know as well. You
used to love that camera.
Play a big part in the turn up of Krypton Conan.
Oh yeah, from the thingy.
Yeah, you play a big part in that.
I shot 2 videos for them.
Because you don't know, but it's the Thomas Miller. Big up Thomas as well. Is from your side.
Yeah.
The Thomas Miller and Krypton Conan and Skepta Tourbus Massacre, bro. Do you know that I was gonna vocal that rhythm before that?
I was telling this story.
Do you know that Thomas sent me that rhythm,
bro? I was telling people about how many beats Stay Fresh had first that didn't. And didn't
I'm sure I even got it off one of you guys. I swear, and I'm sure it's either you or Dread. Yeah, Tornado, take this one.
You see, feed them to the Lions.
Remember?
We had that first.
Yeah. I remember, man. I remember, broski.
I didn't do the thing with
it. Yeah, I remember.
But We Rhythm, that came out, changed the visual game. Previously to that, in my previous work, a lot of people don't know this, and it's kind of sad really because he's passed. But me and Jamal used to talk about YouTube and stuff early. Jamal used to ask me questions about my cameras and shit, and I used to give him information.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
Jamal went on to do. We used to talk on MSN. Jamal was young, bro.
I remember you was telling me about that.
Yeah, Jamal was young, bro, and it's just it's a shame, but
sad, isn't it? Rest in peace, Jamal Edwards, man. He's done a lot for us. Everybody in this room here, Jamal Edwards.
Changed everybody's life, bro.
Carl, when I went on there, it was. To this day, people still pick up that freestyle there. I'm telling you.
He went on to
mad SB.
I mean, he was on YouTube around the similar time, but bro, Jamal took his thing. I was always like on off, at the time. Like I'd do a few things. I wasn't really using YouTube like man was using YouTube, but Jamal was just being consistent. Yeah. His thing just.
So how did we end up at the launch of YouTube? No, the launch of Link Up TV. How did we look? Because we launched Link Up TV, you know that, innit? Do you remember? We done that set at the YouTube headquarters. Bro, people don't give us no respect, you know, Desperoni. Bro. They don't give us no respect, and they don't know these things, bro.
You know what's mad?
That was either you, Dread, or Apostle sorted that out.
Probably Dread, bro.
Therefore,
if it was any London.
I just remember we ended up like it's on Link. If you go on Link Up TV now, you see Grime Squad, Stay Fresh / Grime Squad. Lord. The launch of Link Up TV, bro.
Times was some legendary shit, bro. But yeah, the camera thing. So I just went from camera to camera to camera. I used to invest my money in a good camera, do my shit, buy another one. When I saw something, I was like, yeah, so upgrade. So the Canon actually was my 4th camera. But here's the thing though, because I was so on it, bro, them old cameras are heavy, you know. Like, and then you gotta have all the tapes, then all the batteries. Like, I got old footage of SLK. I used to travel around the country, bro, like on the train, get bare footage, just look on me, bro. Like, that's why there's people that have seen me in places like, yo, I remember when you was there, like just me, one up, in London hoods on my own with my camera, not really thinking, yo, this could go left or whatever, just like, I'm gonna go there, talking to people, I'll come, and then being there. Man, like, where you from? Like, yo, I'm from up there, like, what? Like, man's looking at me like I'm a, you know what I'm saying?
But that's a good thing though, because it makes you stand out.
Yeah, it did. It did. But then, because I'm looking at, I have a big bag or suitcase thing. Bro, when I'm seeing the Canon, I'm saying, what? Little thing like this.
And it can do even better.
That. Bam, £2,500, bro, bought that.
Yeah. And that
was big money. Had
the camera, bro.
Imported from Japan. From digitalrev.com.
I see, I see went mad with it. I see, man said he got it from Japan, bro.
Had it imported from Japan. I was one of the first people in the country with it. And I was definitely the first people in the urban scene.
Bro.
And then,
you changed.
It went from there.
I'm saying on the Reasoning podcast that Despa what's he call it? Sorry, I'm getting on tongue. Revolutionized the camera game in the UK.
Yeah.
Tell you?
Yeah.
Simple. I don't need to beat around the bush with it.
That was
the reason to tell the truth.
That was
people don't like it, but so we did.
That was that. But We Rhythm, bro. We Rhythm was I did Deadly's one. I did 2. I did Deadly's one, and I did oh no. I did Deadly's one, and then I did Raid in Full. I shot them around. I shot them around the same time. Those 2 videos fucked the roads up, bro.
Absolutely crazy.
Those 2 videos fucked the roads up.
Them two, and the tunes itself, and that radio playing all that.
Both of them, one of them shot in my living room in Leicester. So Deadly's one shot in my living room.
Okay.
In my flat in the city centre, and Raid in Full shot in the basement of my flat.
See.
So kid, like,
you would never know.
Yeah, I've still got the. A lot of people don't know this. Have I still got it? Nah, it's in my yard. Still got the key for the building, but you know, I'm saying no more about that.
So Despatron. Oi, listen. Tell me you remember
what
the day you got that name, Despatron.
The tuna sandwich.
Huh?
Do you know why? Do you know what happened?
I was when we was on tour with Triller.
Bro, do you know what? Okay.
When you punched up the youth.
How did I get the name?
Listen to me. Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you my recollection of this day. I just remember, if you remember, there's these. Triller's got his
bookings.
All this over. Is Triller. No, as well. For a minute, let's pick up Triller.
Triller's a fucking star, bro.
Done some big stuff for us.
Yes, Triller was the one that opened the doors for Stay Fresh, bro.
Thank you. You heard it, yeah?
Facts, bro. Facts. Triller is a man that shared his platform. Yeah. So when Triller was Triller, like when Gigs went jail or got banned from fucking One Extra Live or whatever, and they replaced Gigs with Triller, please, like.
Triller with Gigs, you mean?
No. No.
When Gigs went to jail.
Yeah,
and then
they
Triller
replaced...
jumped in a place.
Oh, sorry, they replaced Gigs with Triller. Yeah.
No, Triller with Gigs. Gigs went away, so they replaced Triller.
That's what I'm saying.
Gigs, no, you said it the other way around.
I'm saying the right thing. Anyway, you know, man. So when they did that, and Triller was a fucking god at the time, bro. Triller was a god, bro.
In a Newcastle jersey.
Bro, Triller was a god, bro. Like, let's not get it twisted.
In Newcastle.
Because, you know, the thing is...
Crowds of 10,000, big crowds, this, that.
He doesn't, like... Triller was a fucking god, bro. Triller was one of the biggest artists in the country at the time. In the country.
On demand.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Bookings all over the country, all over. I was with him anyway, so when he got his platform, he shared that with us. Yeah. And that's what gave birth to Stay Fresh having a bigger platform. And I got through off the back of what Triller was doing. But the tuna sandwich.
Now let me tell you now. You're gonna explain to me. This is what I'm saying. I remember we was going up there's these ramp things in it. What we've sucked up the welcome break or something. Yeah. Now I don't know whether I went inside to use a toilet or roll the zoo or whatever.
It's not at the garage, you know. It didn't happen in the garage, bro. It happened when we came out of the rave.
When you went like to the geezer? Bam, 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 bam.
Where was that? Listen. Look,
that's the dropping thing. What do you have in your hand? What you dropped?
I didn't have the fucking tuna sandwich. It was fucking Speedy. Listen. Well, here's what
I just remember you going like this. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, and
the geezer like this.
He wouldn't drop.
To the ground.
Yeah,
no, wait.
He wouldn't drop. No, the geezer wouldn't drop. And I realised after a while, I'm banging this geezer thinking,
go back.
Motherfucker, drop, bro.
What happened? What actually happened?
So what happened was we was in the dance and we were starving, bro. Starving. There ended up being like it's like either a little canteen or something in the rave. Outside as you're coming out.
Yeah, I remember now.
So basically, but they just had like fucking sandwiches left or whatever it was. I think I might have bought something. I think I did actually. But Speedy had a tuna sandwich. Yeah. Or something that was like, I'm sure, but I'm positive it was a tuna sandwich.
Okay, yeah.
Speedy had a tuna sandwich, bro. Skeezer starts getting cheeky with Speedy.
And his mate was with him, innit?
Yeah, Speedy's dashed the sandwich at him. The geezer swung at Speedy. And bruv, I don't know, how many times have you seen me out, bro? You know why you don't?
You know?
Because I don't like being in situations where I feel like we're in... Because I'm always the one that's going to jump in.
Yeah.
So the geezer swung at fucking...
You know what? He did.
The geezer swung at Speedy.
He did.
Blood?
He did.
Speedy could have defended himself. Yeah. I didn't need to defend him. But I did.
You went mad.
Bam, 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 bam.
With the big coat on.
Bro.
Boom, 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 boom. But it wouldn't go. But it's that.
You know the reason why
I see that more come over like to the ground.
I'm pining this geezer's face here.
Yo.
And in my head, I'm thinking, why is he not dropping something? Just eliminate the threat in it. There was a threat. Eliminate it. Boom. The reason is why he wasn't, because he was up a fucking, I was drunk as well, he was up a metal fence. So I'm beating this geezer up. He's not dropping, because I've just got him up the fence, bro. Then I've stopped, he's just gone, boosh. Then all I remember you going, cut Zala.
Yeah. Because remember, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to this kind of stuff.
To the cars and got the fuck up out of there.
Because like, everyone's just there, but I'm...
Yeah, so basically, so it happened outside the rave. Yeah. And then man started calling me Despatron.
Nah, because you know what? It's the way you transformed, bro.
Yeah, because people don't know I've got that in me, bro.
You went into You get me? But nah, that was mad still.
Yeah, up until that point, I was just desperate. Fucking, Despatron. I didn't think you were going to bring that up, you know.
So yeah, man, so stay fresh, innit?
Stay fucking fresh.
Stay fresh, fam.
Stay fresh, man. The greatest years of my life.
Bro, I've mine too. That era there of us and Stay Fresh, bro. Whew.
That was, yeah, man. It's sad the way things went, but that...
But why did... When you say it's sad... Because I said this to Dread, and
Brotherhood, man.
I said, I know. But when Dread was here, and I said to Dread, and it's like he kind of took offence, but he's getting it wrong. I said to him, when would you say you start to the decline of Stay Fresh? But
I saw that clip.
Yeah, but when I'm saying
there was no decline of Stay Fresh.
Yeah, but
we declined Stay Fresh.
Yeah, I get that now. I don't remember. Remember, you know, I know this because I know this shit because I was around it. But remember, it's for the people. Them. So when I'm saying, I'm not saying it in a way like that. You know?
A WhatsApp group chat destroys Stay Fresh.
Yeah.
or various WhatsApp group chats.
Yeah.
That I kept trying to leave or
Definitely.
close or whatever.
Because they've been icing a few of them, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was other things going on. Even recently, I'm still
WhatsApp things,
shit.
Ego. It was all there, bro.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the background.
Yeah.
I think the stuff that even I knew about and then found out recently. I don't think it could have recovered anyway. Just because there's new stuff.
And it's 10 people, it's 9, 10 people.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. And the feds had us down as an organised crime gang and all sorts of mad shit was going on. That was going on.
It was mad time.
It was a mad time. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about, bro.
Because we was outside.
He was outside.
Stay Fresh, Andy Phillips was outside.
Yeah, and I was inside a lot. So, like, I was outside, I was inside. I'm not really realising what's really going on.
Yeah.
But, so here's what happened. We had a studio.
Yeah. Which one though?
The Digba studio.
Yeah, that's the first one.
That studio was
good studio, man.
Good studio.
Good things happened there.
But that's where we gelled we were gelled already, but that studio is where we became like.
That's where the hits got made.
Yeah, and that's where we became kind of like family as well. Like we was together we were probably together with each other more than anybody else in our lives. Yeah, because we were spending days with each other, like, boom.
Outside of music too?
Yeah, outside of music.
All be together, go
places together, do whatever.
Food,
like, that was the team, that was the family. So, we just gelled, then we lost that studio.
Yeah, I remember.
Because man was fucking around. I think Dino was like, yo, guys, I had enough. Yeah, so.
Moved to Wolverhampton.
Yeah, man got brushed out of that. But then there was a gap between that and when Dread got the Wolverhampton one.
There was.
Now, man tried to pull it back together then, but the seeds had already started to be sown in that gap. Like, that gap was where man didn't see each other as much as we were seeing each other and da-da-da-da-da. By the time man started coming back around, things had kind of changed. And a lot of stuff had gone on. We'd had arguments with people. People was having arguments with each other. I was in and out as well. I can't play my own, like, I got to say what my own part in was I was going through a lot of mental health issues at the time.
Yeah, because you used to disappear on us still.
Yeah, man. And this is the thing, so I didn't...
That's the man will cut, you know, that's right.
Now,
we love you, this one, man.
Nah, but you know what it is?
Sick.
But sometimes wouldn't see me for like 3 months.
Of course, man. And you've got business with us. We've arranged things with you. You've got videos for us. You told us going to do that. And we're like, yo, where's Despa? And Despa, you go on Instagram, Despa's on the bench in LA.
No, this was before that.
I know what you mean, no. I'm just giving you a scenario.
That was way after. That was way after. That was way after.
That's not mentioning everybody sucks up like, yo,
he's way
exploring the world.
That was after.
No, but don't it around because you set your mind free,
yeah, but I did. But here's what happened though. So I'm going through my own bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's normal life.
And I'm not understanding what's going on with me, and I'm also not being able to articulate what's going on properly.
Show other people
something like, guys, I'm fucking going through some shit.
So
that would happen. So me personally, Semi started slowing things down the way I was moving. Then man found other options, man found other cameramen, man found other whatever. So man just moved on. But then I think what would happen is, it's like, I was almost like absentee dad. So you kind of, man starts to kind of lose a bit of trust in it. Like, I'd come back, like, yo, everybody's like...
And when you're coming back, we're like, okay.
Where the fuck are you been, bro?
But you're coming back again.
And I'm coming back on the normal one, like, yo...
Like everything's normal.
Like, everything's normal.
And we're like, oh,
but everything's not normal, bro.
Where
the fuck have you been, bro?
But
Jamie's been there the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's like to big him up.
Always. For that. Always.
Have to.
And then... And there's many other things to big him up for, but for that, like, for that, and yeah, so that happened a few times.
Yeah, man.
So then that started to kind of break kind of things, and then there was arguments around them kind of things. And then there was other people that had their own things.
Yeah, only little stuff, bro.
And like I said, even recently, even a couple of months ago, I'm hearing other stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
So and man used to just argue in this WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I know.
Which was the worst thing.
I know.
Like, serious arguments. You had other arguments in other WhatsApp groups.
I know.
There was arguments, bro. Like, you see what it is? When social media came,
that.
Our brains weren't ready for social media, bro. Weren't ready for...
Ahead of a time.
To not talking to each other, to just being text on the screen. Now, you don't know how to fucking read that, bro. You don't know. You might be in a mood, and you're thinking a man's being cheeky with you, bro. He's not. And you've just read it wrong.
Because you can't see his face and expression.
And that's it. And then that started to fuck things up a lot. And then it just never recovered. And we had the police thing and all them kind of things there. And I was on TV and J1's in fucking court getting big birds and it just, yeah.
All right then, so...
What, before that, and even during that, best
big up the
ever,
S, man. Big up the S, you get me?
Best gang, the best gang.
Best gang, best gang. But yo, all right, cool, so... You go quiet for a little bit after the Stay Fresh thing. Did you go away for a bit, did you?
I was in and out, innit? I did bathers.
But you done bathers, you done the clothing. Yeah, I remember I got the hat and the jumper, I'm still in my yard now.
Did the clothing.
You done the Meet the Artist. That was going well for a bit as well.
That is how I started meeting more people and how I started kind of putting myself out there again.
All right.
I had about 5, 7, 8, 9 different versions of what my career has been. At that point, though, Meet the Artist helped establish me as, I don't know, as like a respectable person in the scene, and I was getting interviews like Kano and different people, and that's how I ended up kind of building a relationship with some of the people I ended up managing, was because we're sitting down having big reasoning conversations where we hadn't talked before, but now we're talking. I'm asking you about your life, we're getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? You can't really escape having good conversations, and that's how relationships starting to get built, really. And
then so one morning, I wake up. I think it's 2016. I think I wake up one morning, I go on your Instagram, and I see a picture of Master P. And then I see a picture of J Prince.
Yeah.
And then I see a picture of Birdman.
Yeah.
And then I see a picture of Q from QC.
And Russell Simmons was one of them.
Then I seen a picture of Russell Simmons now.
There's one of Easy with the big
Easy E as well now. I'm an underground, old school guy. I don't know if you remember, I phoned you straight away. And I said, bruv.
I know what you do, you know what you do.
I know what you do, bruv.
I know what you do. I know what this means, you know.
I said, I know what this means, fam. You're about to go into this label mode stuff because I know who these people are. Not a lot of people do, but I know.
And I just posted them one in a row.
Yeah, I did. I remember.
Boom,
I remember.
Boom.
I remember.
Boom.
I remember.
That was like my bat signal.
All right then.
Just like to myself as well.
And then now this is the birth of this.
Yeah, BE83.
Even though it was a
rebirth.
Rebirth because it was a channel first.
Because even other people don't know. If you go look at the original Stay Fresh videos,
Rhythm Killer.
It's Stay Fresh. That's BE83.
Yes, it is.
Rhythm is Stay Fresh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I remember.
BE83 was my creative.
I remember.
That was my creative outlet.
So you always had it, to be fair.
Always had it. It was always there. But then I revamped it.
Website, bro?
There was a website.
What was it called?
BE83.co.uk.
BE83 as well. So what's the different brand?
And there's BE83. And then but before that, I had Street Fresh TV.
Yes. You did.
Which a lot of people don't remember.
I remember that. That's when that's at the beginning.
Yeah, that's way back. We've gone past that already. There's bare shit I haven't even spoke about, but that's it is what it is. It's
that's
history.
Another time.
You go on my YouTube channel and you'll see certain shit that was like Doctor and Taz and all these.
So BE83.
BE83.
So
2006. Betas is a BE83 brand.
So BE83 now. BE83. This is when things start to switch. So I think this is when like it gets a bit. I'm a bit like Despa. I don't really. Me and Dan like Despa, man.
We're gonna tell the story.
You're not checking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Despa, man. Like, at the time, obviously you have music rivals, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yes. At the time, our music rivals, I know what's called, it was Invasion and that, and probably you say you play like Daps and their little, that's who we, music rival, cool. Yeah. So, at the time, obviously, I think you've signed JK's at the first.
Nah, I didn't sign.
Or you're just messing around.
Let me tell the story.
Yeah.
Let me tell.
You're around that way, innit?
Yeah, but let me tell the story. I need to document this story in a sufficient fashion.
Of course,
for how this actually happened.
Yeah.
Because one time I had an artist look at me from London one time, puzzled. Because I'm not with where he saw me at the time was backstage. I'm not gonna say who it was. Looked at me and was like, well, I know who you are. Who the fuck are you with? Like, I remember the look, because the last time he saw me was the Mandem.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was Stay Fresh, everybody, James. So, and I looked at that look and I thought, do you think I switched sides or something?
Yeah.
You know? No, but I had to have the question to myself though.
Yeah.
Because I looked at him looking at me, giving me this weird look, and I knew what he was saying. Yeah. Because he's looking around me, I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't fucking switch sides. Here's what happened. Let me tell you the story, B. So it starts with, here's a little story. It starts with essentially starts with Daps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
It starts with Daps. The reason why it starts with Daps is
Big up Daps.
I had another studio in Darlaston when I came back from Leicester in like 2009. Ended up moving back in with my mum. Money was low. But I had a studio. I've always had a studio, some way, shape or form. Got one right now. I had a studio in an old fucking band lock-up kind of thing. And somehow, shape or form, I can't remember how, but Daps came to check me there. How we even booked up, I can't remember. But I think he wanted the video at the time and I was making beats and he wanted to buy some beats off me. We never ended up doing that, but we built our relationship from there. Like me and him just got cool. And we always used to chat through when Stay Fresh was Stay Fresh. And like Daps was on the outside of all of that kind of semi-in.
But you see these steps, man, and that.
Yeah, but there was still a bit of
There's always, come on, bro. Like
there's
I
always
said,
rivalries.
in music, you have to have competition.
Yeah,
friendly competition,
and that was the
rivalries,
competition.
and that was it. It was all.
But I used to chat to Daps, good. Even like now, but we're family now. Like, people don't know, like with me and him are actually.
Yeah, you're actually family. You're actually intertwined family.
Actually family now.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's how it started. So when the Stay Fresh thing starts to go a bit left, I'm like, I don't even know, like, who do I, like, what, like, I want to be, I'm still doing.
Because you still want to,
I still want
your dreams,
exactly,
you still want to go and
do
do
music, so I'm like, I'm doing
me.
Meet the Artist, I interviewed Daps, I think me and him did, he was you and Daps and Triller, the first 3 Meet the Artist, but I'm trying to remember who did it, I'm sure it was you, you know.
It was him, man.
Yeah, I shouted, like, but I would always shout at man.
It was him looking like young.
Yeah, a man would fucking just say, yo, that's cool, let's do it.
Blue tick days.
Yeah, verified chain.
Got the verified chains and the alright chains.
Me and Daps are building a relationship over time. Boom. I'm kind of in the wilderness now, like teams all over the place. I go in jail.
And Daps is working.
But it's not even just that he's working.
He's a good artist.
We're just around each other.
He's a good artist.
Fuck no, but forget the artistry of it all, bro. We're just around each other talking, reasoning, building a relationship. Yeah. I interviewed Jay. I think I interviewed him twice before we ended up working with each other. So through these situations, end up meeting other people. And I clearly remember there was a time period where Stay Fresh and Invasion basically ended around the same time.
We did. We did.
Basically around the same time. Both crews just fell apart around the same time.
Everything, man.
And there's me, Daps, and Jay, and we stood up outside Jay's mum's house. Because I used to go, like, Daps used to come pick me up from, I used to live in Digbeth, innit?
And Daps, used to always go to JK's house and chill.
And chill?
Daps used to pick me up sometimes and we'll go by JK's house.
All right, then. So I'm living in Digbeth, so I'm close, bro. So man's saying to me, that's what you're doing? Yo, I'm just jamming, you know, I'm going to come grab you. It's before I was driving. I'm going to come grab you. Go link Jay. Now, I'm now around Jay where I really wasn't before. But I've interviewed my man, we started to build a relationship and da-da-da-da. And then, it just kind of went from there. Like, I remember clearly in a weird place with music, starting to feel a bit bitter. I'm not a bitter person, bro. I'm not an envious person. I started to feel a bit of like I'm on Instagram, seeing people with all their accolades and success.
I know what you mean, man. It's happened to me.
And I'm like,
it happens.
But my thing has just crumbled. One of the biggest things ever to come out of the UK on the gram tip, bro. My thing's just gone to shit. I'm like, yo, I'm depressed about it, bro. I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? We had it.
I understand you.
You know what I'm saying? We had it.
I understand you, man.
Everybody's booming, the Team UK time periods. Things are moving forward for the UK thing, and I don't have
where
shit.
are we?
I don't have shit no more. I'm just here like, yo.
Hey, man.
And then I remember saying to them man outside Jay's mum's house, I said, yo, I'm starting to feel a bit weird. And I remember I had this little camera, Sony RX1. I've always got a studio or a camera or both. So fucking I had a little camera, and that camera was expensive at the time. I had this little camera here. And I'm rolling with this camera. So I'm going back into fucking cameraman mode, kind of, taking photos of people and just trying to stay active because I always want to be doing something creative. I remember standing there with this camera. I'm like, yo, said to them out loud, so I'm starting to feel a bit kind of bitter, you know. I'm thinking like, yo, this kind of carries on. I might just leave the game. Like, I don't want to I don't want to feel this way. I'll go do something else. I can't, if it's going to be like this, I can't do this because I don't want to become that. Yo, I could have done this thing, man. Like, yo, looking at everybody else's success and feeling a bit like, I lost out on mine, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I just kind of said, yeah, I said that. Now, started that year, that was like 2016.
16 it was,
I remember K2. I don't think I ever said this on camera, I need to say it. But K2 asked me to manage him.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm never going to be a manager, ever. I don't ever want to do it. I saw what Dredd used to go through with management, because Dredd was a day-to-day manager.
Yeah.
I saw what he used to go through. I said, fuck all of that. I don't ever want to do that. So I told him, nah, I'm not into that, bro. I'm not doing that. That was in about January, February of that year. Come to August of that year, that same year, I'm managing two people. I'm managing JK and I'm managing Grimsickers. Because Daps had introduced me to Jay and one day was like, yo, I think you should manage Jay, you know. What the fuck are you on about, bro? Like, it was like that, like, what
so Daps, you never managed Daps first, it was JK first?
No, Daps, basically, I don't know if Daps will ever admit this, but it was a trial run, innit? Like, he was like, let me see what you do with these, like,
okay,
he never said that out loud.
That's normal.
He never said that out loud. But I think him at the Daps was booming at the time, you know.
I remember, bro.
Daps was booming at the time, so I think he was like, and I think he had people already, so I think he was like, yo.
He did use in a little situation,
I think you go do that. He brought it to my attention. He was like, yo, you should manage Jay. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're on about, bro. So I got into it through Grimsickers, came to me one day, and I'll be real, bro.
Kane.
At this point in time,
fan of Kane,
point in time, I'm low. Like, mentally low.
I remember we had that conversation.
Mentally low,
check
bro.
me.
Hell, dude.
I was saying, yo, Despa, my brother, man, you've left us, and you're saying it's not like that.
It wasn't.
Yeah, of course it wasn't. Obviously, I know that now. That's why I can talk about it.
Actually, the beginning of that year, no, I'm like,
with a heart to heart, you know, Despa,
I'm gonna say this first then.
Yeah.
So I'd done the Red Bull thing. That was the beginning around that year.
Yeah.
I'd done the Red Bull thing.
That freestyle's mad.
But let me explain to you what happened there then, because I got this thing, talk to Red Bull, like, yo, I want to bring Birmingham together, I want to do this mixtape, I want to want to make some tunes. So we booked some time in the Red Bull studio. It just so happens that obviously the way things are, I'm like, okay, I can't have, certain man can't be here around certain times, so I'm gonna have to do this on different days. But what's happened is
these times Storm's upstairs making gang sizing prayers, remember? Yeah. Yeah, remember?
So I'm doing different days, but what's happened is the first set of men have come are what you would have called your rivals, music rivals, kind of, yeah. They've got Red Bull to buy them hotels.
I know.
I didn't know this. I didn't even know this was an option.
They've made their own links.
They're there.
They've got with that woman. Yeah. And they've made their own links.
And they say, I remember it.
I remember it.
Now though, I got you lot.
So we're coming up now.
Looking at me. What the fuck, bro?
Like, these men are patting and we're not.
How many man patting?
And then when we've come into the studio, it's like, you can feel the tension with a knife, like, whoosh, straight through. That's why when you look at the freestyle, it's just JK with us. Because JK don't mind, it's just JK. Everyone else just doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But then me and you've had to have that conversation afterwards where you've... Yeah.
No, but I'll keep it real.
No, you did that.
I'm just saying what everyone else is probably thinking and saying.
You made an Instagram post where you're bigging up somebody else.
Yeah.
But you're dissing me at the same time.
Yeah.
But you don't say my name in the post.
Nah.
But you basically called me a fake CEO.
Basically.
Yeah, this is what you did. So I got man phoning me like, yo, what's Nado doing? What you on about? What's Nado doing? Huh? I go on this post, bro. It broke my fucking heart, Nado. Listen, because at the time, you see what I'm, bro. I'm just trying to work.
I know,
I'm just trying to work.
Brother, remember, I know.
Because we had the reason.
Yeah, the reason.
Anyway, so all that happened. Then, flash forward, Kane. So Grimsickers, at that point, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing no more. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I cancelled that project, you know.
Did you?
We've ended up falling out of Red Bull. Because when we...
Yeah, because nothing came out. Nothing came out. Apart from the freestyle,
all that energy made me leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because I was like...
That was the right thing to do.
I think we should have done it.
I think we should have done it.
I think we shouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
That burnt my bridge with Red Bull.
At that time.
Because they spent money on that, you know.
Now, you know what? That part, all right, cool. On that factor.
Yeah, but
at the time, I don't know, man.
I think we should have done. Anyway,
but go on.
He's good though, bro.
No, it is. But trust me, at
There's
the
a
time.
tune you did the.
No, but you know what it is? You see, at the time, though.
Yeah, 2 Relax.
Now you're right. See, but you see, at the time, there's other people now. I'm talking in outside of music in a mental space where that was a mad time for man, bro.
It was. And I did, again,
that was a
mad
time for man, bro.
I was inside. I didn't realise what was really going on.
Yo.
So I'm just trying to do music works and not realising that there's other shit happening. Yeah. I'm not realising this. And the man looking at me like, "That's what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm just trying to do work.
Of course you are.
As I always do.
Of course you are. Because that don't concern you. You know what's going on.
I know, and I try not to make it concern me either. So when what am I trying to say? So basically, like I said, I'm low now. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing now. This, that, the other. I've interviewed Grim Sickers probably 2-3 times up to this point, maybe twice. He shouts me out the blue. I've been speaking. It's Apostle again. Like Apostle said to him, like, yo, if there's anybody that's ever gonna try and be a millionaire at this music thing, it's gonna be Despa. It's like separate conversation I don't know about. Because Grim used to go to Apostle's studio. Grim phones me. He's like, "Oh, there's a thing happening for me at the moment. Like, I need to try and capitalize on it."
Yeah.
So he'd gone on Cyan Anderson's show, and he'd done a bar. Him, Nasty Jack, and I think Funky D was on there. But I'm positive Nasty Jack was on there, and that's when he did Kane. Now fucking JME has posted the video on his Twitter, and these are the times where if you got posted by JME on Twitter. Oh, your thing was turn up after that, bro. Like, if JME posted you on his fucking Twitter, bro, yeah? Bam, Predator.
Yeah, same thing. I remember the day. I remember the morning.
So then, bam, the Kane thing starting to pick up, but my man don't have a tune. He just has an acapella. So he shouts me, say, "Yo, I want you to try and help me with this." Again, I'm like, me? Because at that point in time, bro, I don't think I can do anything. I'll be real. I don't have no belief in myself at that period of time. He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yo, you believe in me? Bro? What the fuck, man? Ain't got nothing going on right now." He's like, "Nah, man, I know what you, man. You can help me, man. I know you can do this." So I'm like, all right, cool. So, what can I do? Shouted Swifter, I need a beat for this thing. Swifter's like, "No, just do it for me, please, Swift." Because obviously Swift will stay fresh in it. Like, "Please, man, send me a beat. So he sends me a beat. I'm sure it's like 552. And if you know Swifty, you know how he names his beats. I'm sure like 552 or 554. All the time. Yeah, man. Sure it's like
416 and all this with the 2 dots in the middle. When he's 7 beats,
bam, I get this beat, mad beat. Put the acapella on the beat, same tempo, but the vibe's not fitting. So I book a studio session, and at the time I'm trying to work with an artist called Reaper from Wolves, and I was trying to work with Reaper, and then I booked a session for him, and Grim's supposed to come and we're supposed to split the session. Got a little bit of money, I'm trying to do whatever. Yeah. Reaper don't come, he comes late, so Grim's got the whole session. Yeah. So I'm like, "Yo, let's do Kane." And then I sat there with him, helped him vocal produce the tune. I did that. You know, Dr. J will make you do like a verse 50 times. Like, and do it again, take this bit, do that, say that, take this syllable out. I did all that and it became Kane. Yeah. And Kane started to blow up. That's how I got to meet Mike Skinner. And that's that thing, because I gave it creative energy and then started marketing it and did the cool social clips. Like, even stuff that came up on my Facebook the other day, like marketing clips we was doing of it. That gave me back my juice in my head, like, "Wow, you see what you just did." And then I'm managing Grim. And then because of that, then I ended up managing Jay, because Dap just seeing certain things like, "Yo, you two should link up." And then we just gave it a try.
And the next thing you know.
Man,
I'm like, "JK, where have you been?"
The next thing you know, we're both who we are. And that's how BE83. Now, you'd already put, the thing is,
mashed it up, you know.
I remember saying to Daps though, because when he had that situation.
Mashed it up.
He had that situation with Kazi.
I know, but that was all crazy. But I'm telling you, bro, JK, because I was in the can at the time, bro. You see when man downloaded Power on them USB sticks in the jailhouse, fam, and that was on there. Yeah. That's when everyone was like, nah, this is mad, no. This is who the hell, yo, 50 Cent, Power. That was a big move, bro, at the time, bro.
Yeah.
Then he went through the Ed Sheeran thing.
Yeah.
That's a number one.
Jay's had some looks, bro.
He's done, bro, what do you mean? JK is a top artist. JK has top streams.
Yes.
People don't realise how big he is, you know.
Jay's fucking huge, bro.
He's huge, bro. He's huge. And because he makes songs, yeah, with a lot of, like eccentric people who are big, but necessarily all people in our world won't listen to them, but they're big on the world spectrum.
I don't think people understand.
He's big, you know.
The network that Jay has.
Bro,
people don't understand.
Man, I need to know about this geezer, fam. I understand it, bro.
People don't understand.
I understand it, bro. I'm telling you, I understand, bro.
The phone calls and the houses he goes and the people.
I could imagine, bro, because I see how he does it, bro, and how his thing works, bro.
You know what it is with him? You know what it is with Jay? You know how Jay's things works? Jay's just JK.
That's how he is.
He's just
but that's why, yeah.
He's just
that's why I'm not being funny, yeah. That's why, yeah. In them categories on the King of Brums, what we did here, obviously just our opinion, it's not facts. That's why he came out on top because he's unapologetically him, bro.
And that's him.
He's Birmingham. He's JK.
That's him in real life.
And that's him. What you see is what you get. He's not really to change, bro. You know what I'm saying, JK. I'll play you a voice note of JK right now with my son and that. You know what I'm saying, in Cannon Park. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. JK is JK.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he's proper, bro.
And that's how BE83, the management shit started, and that's how I started fucking thinking. Okay.
Listen to JK.
Nice. I've been Cannon Park. I've just seen your little one. I've gone to you. I know you. He goes, how? He says, I know your daddy. He goes, you know Omar? I says, yeah, I know Omar. I says, tell him that you seen JK. He's like, JK, are you a rapper? JK. I'm like, yeah, he's around. Mom, JK.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the kind of person JK is, bro.
Kind of person
He's
JK
seen my son in a park and approached him.
Yeah.
He knows that's little Nado. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trust me.
Dude.
Got love for that geezer there, fam. I'm telling you, bro. Trust me.
When that's these times now, I'm posting up because I'm like, okay, it's time to go. It's time. I've always wanted to do the business of music as well as music, so it's time to. If I'm gonna post all these and I'm probably gonna post a picture of what I'm doing next. That's what I'm doing in my head. Like, yo, okay, it's time to go in it, and then flash forward 7 years.
So B83, we're gonna get into it quick. So B83, yeah. What is B83? What's the purpose of it? Is it a label? Is it a management group? What is
It's a full service music group, basically. Management, label, and we're getting into publishing as well.
And publishing as well?
And publishing, we're getting into that.
And who you backed by, like, who, if can you go, like,
so label-wise, label-wise, we're backed by Sony.
You're backed by Sony? So that's your parenting company?
Well, they don't own us.
Okay, yeah.
Nigga, I'm independent.
Okay.
I own my own company.
It's distribution?
It's distribution. But they have given us investment and resource to exist as a label. Okay. So that deal, it took a year of negotiation. That deal nearly fucking killed me. But yeah.
It worked out.
It worked out.
So what's the future for it?
The future for B83, obviously we're building a label. So we got the deal about 18 months ago. I've always wanted to run a label, so that's why I dropped out of school. Like, you know, I had a dream of being backed by a major company and being able to do what we're doing now. I got tweets from 2011 with me saying I want to have this deal and Red you know, nigga, I'm in one now. So that's like, to me, like, you know, sometimes things get dark, things get hard, things are
but
like,
at the same time,
I remember that I've just been grinding to achieve what I'm trying to achieve. It does.
It's a marathon.
It is a marathon, but in terms of what B83 is or what it's building into, you know, the label, we're building the label, we're growing the label. I think we need to do a lot more work in Brum. We've tried to do a lot more work in Brum, but you know, sometimes it's been a bit difficult. But we've signed an act called Len from London, who's one of the next up and coming artists from London. Firing off, like, you know, Dave, bigging him up, and just work with Lancey for an Unknown T. So that's what we're doing. That's being received really well at the moment for the label.
So what other artists have you got on your roster?
We've got Len, we've got the Fly Boys, which are a 3-piece rap group. We're trying to build up. Yeah, we're working on
them. Background work.
There's a lot of artist development going into
I know how it goes. That's how you have to do. Go on.
The Zeno. Zeno.
Oh yes, I know Zeno. Yeah,
a singer-songwriter from Wales called Conrad Stone.
Okay, I remember you signed him.
There's a girl called Jasmine Flowers who just released something recently. Okay. And we're doing some distribution bits for, like, led by her in 1997.
JK's still with her?
JK's management. So people think I've signed. I never signed JK.
See,
so let's just clarify this. JK's not signed to me. JK was never signed to me. as in any label capacity at all. I'm his manager.
Okay.
We've always been. BE83 was a management thing before.
Is that the same with Daps then? Are you the man?
That's
Daps
the same
manager?
with Daps as well. Daps is manager.
Okay.
Daps has got the same distribution as
you.
BE83, the label.
Orchard, Sony.
The Orchard. Yeah. Or we manage his deal with the Orchard, and the same way we manage JK's deal with Warner.
JK. So JK's got a distribution with Warner. Okay, I didn't know that.
That's one of the first things we did. And we've been in business with them for ages. They're amazing. What are people that are like, I don't need no distribution, no manager, no PR. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. You do. Yeah. You're doing it wrong. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you need to plug on, mate. Me? Yeah, with it. It sounds like you just need to. No, seriously, it sounds like you need to. You know, things will get dark, things will get gloomy, but it seems like you know when I think about it now, clearly, when he's speaking to me in front of me, and I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, man, like, trust me, bro, like, you know, bro, with these artists and that, bro, you're a tune away. And you're always a song away, bro. They say that about the label. It's serious, bro. I'm telling you. We're in the building stages, isn't it? We spent. We spent. Bro, I got staff. You're relatively fresh, bro. You're a fresh label. I got new staff, bro. I got A&Rs. I got marketing team. I got content people. Like I'm paying people's wages every month. Yeah. My overhead is my overhead. Maybe like Dame Dash right now. I see that money leave. Look, you ain't got no hair, nigga. I see that money leave the bank like Dame. I don't know why nigga ain't got no hair, bro. I see that send the money leave the bank every month, bro. Like yo. Money needs to come back in. So, you know, I'm running the business and we're trying to make it work and we're making it work, like there's things happening. Yeah, man. But that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm building BE83, the label. The management company is what it is. There's the publishing, eventually we'll do that. You know, that takes focus. And then we've got, we bought JDZ about a year and a half ago as well. Oh yeah, give it a look, explain a bit about that. So we bought that as well and we're gonna, you know, I think we're looking at different ways of redeveloping that as a platform. But like BE83 is a music orientated company. There's different things I want to do with it in the future as a brand. But you know, I look at what Virgin, Richard Branson's done with Virgin. A lot of people don't realise that Virgin started out as Virgin Records before there was before there was anything Virgin else. Coke. Virgin was Virgin Records. I look at BE83 as that kind of brand that I'd eventually want to build into. Let's look at the reasoning. There we go. So like BE83, I don't know, property, BE83, this BE83 that. So I want to build that eventually, but right now it's the music business. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Good luck to you, brother. Respect. Seriously, man. One question. Go on. What does BE83 mean? Oh, yeah. You know what? I want to know that as well. It's a good one, see. Because I don't even know. Go on. For real. We're not letting that pass us. Yeah, man. Sick one, see. You know what? I forget the easy way for me to describe this because fucking May was always on, bro, just long-winded. Well, listen, I was born in 83. Okay. Yeah. That's 83 part covered. 83 means. Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realise that Stay Fresh and BE83 are the same brand. Okay. Reason being, Stay Fresh is the more literal version of Stay Fresh with your ideas, staying fresh with the way you maneuver in, boom, 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 boom. BE83 is, when you're born, you don't know anything. Okay. You're always learning. Okay. And me personally, I want to be reminded that I can't just get stuck in old ideas. I'm always learning, I'm always striving for change. And so you want to feel like you're born again all the time? I want to, yeah, so that is the brand. The brand is, bruv. So what's the B stuff, the B? BE83. I can't really. It's like B creative. So B. So you're saying B. B83. I get it. No, I get it. That's it. B83. But then born again. Be born again. But born again. Born and established 83. It just means B83. Be like the day you were born. B83. B83. Remember that you are always learning. Remember to be 83. And don't get fucking stuck. So see, in my case, my way of in my case, it would be B86. You get me? In my case, remember to be B86. So I'm when I'm first. I don't. I see. I'm gonna find a shorter way of describing this. But for me personally, best idea in the room wins, isn't it? So I'm not trying to be stuck in. I'm not trying to be stuck in the mud, bro. No, you never are, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never are. You never have been. You never will be. That's just a new idea. Yeah, nah, I'm saying. So that's what BE83 means, and that's what it means to me. And it is also, it's me as a brand. Yeah. It started out as my creative vehicle. Like everything I used to do was a BE83 product. Yeah. Stay Fresh, actually, to be fair, is a BE83 product. It's a BE83 brand. Yeah. Ada's BE83 brand. Yeah. It just so
Meet
happens.
the artist BE83 brand.
Just so happens.
Rhythm Killer BE, yeah.
It just so happens that now BE83 is the front brand.
Or Apple Babies,
Apple Babies, bro.
The
Stay Fresh logo.
Despa works at Apple, you know. Work for Apple.
But the Stay Fresh logo, the F. The reason why
you done that, innit?
Yeah, but the reason why, well, no, I didn't do the. That's a guy called Sam from Leicester that actually did the drawing. Okay. But what it was, he did a graph tag, Stay Fresh, and that was the original. The original Stay Fresh tag is actually no. It's SFM. There's a T-shirt. The original Stay Fresh T-shirt has SFM on the back. Okay. And I
don't know why, but that just sounds lava. I don't know why. SFM, innit?
Oh, maybe
I don't know why it sounds lava,
you know.
Go on, though.
Stay Fresh music.
Okay.
But the F.
I don't like that.
Well, great, because I didn't like it. Because we did it, and I'm looking at it like, yo, I don't like this.
SFM.
So I took the F.
Not SFM business. Go on. Go on, you know what I mean?
So I took the F from the graph tag. So that F, the reason why it looks like it's drawn, because it was, but I took it from another logo and then worked with another designer to put the stay and the
so
resh.
So you put two logos together.
Two logos together. And that's why the F became.
Yeah, mad and see out to the chicken, mad and
yeah. That's why the F became iconic, because the reason what I was trying to do, the thing I was trying to do with the F was I was trying to make the F like the Apple logo.
Nah, it stood out, man. It was good.
Like singular. If you saw that, you knew what it was.
You knew what it was.
The blue.
You knew what it was.
The vocal tag, a lot of people don't know that's my voice.
Stay
That's
fresh.
me.
Is that you, bro?
That's me. Okay. We learned something every day.
That's me. I did it. I literally wanted the tag to sound like a girl. So I went fresh music. Stay fresh music. And then I put it in the thing.
Oh, into the tone.
Pitched it up and pitched it up, and that's me. So even that, like, it's mad because like the tunes that got played bare places, my voice has been heard millions of times.
Desperoni
millions of times. You know.
And on that note, you know what, Desperoni, we're gonna leave it there, man, because it's been a good interview. Part twos.
Yeah, we could talk for a fucking hour.
Of course we can. And we've missed a lot of things. We skimmed through things, but I saw it for some time. We don't have time, but
brother.
Despa, man. Thanks for coming through, man. You know what I mean? It's been proper. I like it. I like it. So yes, people, them. That was another reason. C4.
And you can find me at Despa Robinson everywhere, and at BE83 Music everywhere.
Plug.
I got to plug the plugs.
No, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I stream the music and all them things now.
Get me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rasnado. C4 there. Despa there. We're gone.
This is the reasoning, come have a reason. This is the reasoning, let's have a reason. This is the reasoning, come have a reason. This is the reasoning, let's have a reason.